Boresha Kilimo.
Karibu katika sehemu ya pili ya Boresha Kilimo, ambapo tunaangazia safari ya Lishe Demo Farm na jinsi ambavyo wanakumbatia kilimo asili. Endapo una maoni, hisia, mapendekezo, usichelewe kusema nasi kwenye hashtag mitandaoni Boresha Kilimo @KUTV Kenya. Nifikie nahodha wako @Laban Shamba.
Umwagiliaji wa maji kwenye shamba ni ndoto za wakulima wengi. Hii ni kwa sababu wakulima hutamani kuwa na mazao misimu yote.
In our system we have the drip irrigation system, and the type of drip we are using is the drip system that is we use paddocking, that there are different paddocks in the shamba, and each of the drip line has a tap. It's possible to close and open because there are varieties of crops and the crops' need of water differs. So for the crops that require more water, we are able to close and allow the one that is needing, the one needs less water we close, and the one that needs more water we let it flow. In the same way, you can open the whole garden and water it at once. So we have possibilities of interchanging. This section needs water, this one does not need, or to say, today we give the whole Shamba the water. And you are at your watch, you are giving it 10 minutes, and we know very well that, for example, if it is dripping, in every minute we know how many milliliters of water you are watering. And consequently, in 10 minutes, you know how much water you have given each of the plants. And you close, and you can go to sleep. We water in the morning or in the evening. Initially, we wanted to make our borehole solar powered, and that is where we are heading. But currently, the borehole is at the bottom of the garden, and the farm is sloping up to the borehole. The idea of identifying that place, we had 2 points of water after the testing where the water is, and we found that one had more water. So the water is pumped from the well up to the highest point in the compound, and then it flows by gravity for 2 reasons. One, the power here is not consistent. So you cannot say you'll be pumping when you need water. So we pump it once a day, or even once in every 2 days. We store it in the big tanks, and then we release our per need. By that time, if there is no power, it flows by gravity. Number 2, we also intend to put a point where we can put fertilizers and compost or pesticides from there. So if we put it from there and there is no power, it is possible to flow by gravity and give to all or drench the soil in the whole garden. So that's why strategically we are pumping the water from the lowest point to the highest, and therefore we allow it to flow by gravity. As an organic farm, we desire to bring the earth to where it was before the human being actually interfered with the environment. I would say we want to go back to the Garden of Eden. In the God's creation, it is a system whereby the trees get nutrition from the soil, they grow big, then they die, they become compost once again, return the nutrients to the soil. And therefore, and the cloud and the forests, the trees become many, create a cloud so that the soil is not experiencing a lot of heat. In our organic system, the idea is ensure that we plant as many plants, as many trees as possible, so that there is so many leaves falling every day, decomposing, becoming manure, organic, and consequently enriching the soil and helping the other plants to grow. So if you look around, even inside the farm, we have planted some fast-growing crops and plants like the shushu. We have also at the far end, we have the castor oil plant. It drops a lot of leaves, they decompose very fast. So we are planting a lot of trees, and we encourage and teach farmers to plant trees that do not make the soil to degenerate, but help the soil to recover. Then we also encourage them to plant medicinal plants, so that every plant that is in the garden has a nutritional value, economic value to the farmer. So you'll find that our trees are like the neem, the mulberry, the strawberry, the gooseberry. Those are the many of the plants that we do here. Otherwise, you'll see the neem, and you see it multiplied many times. You also the tamarira, the tomato tree, drops the leaves quickly, but it produces many fruits, and the nutritional value is quite high. So we encourage farmers to think holistically, think about the environment, and think about every benefit they get from the plants. And consequently, you can see in 1 year's time, we have thousands of trees already growing here. Lishe Demo Farm, we are very clear of the future, because from the initiation, in the strategic plan is to ensure that we have set-right farms, set-right demo farms, and we have been in interaction with the different governments of the counties, and we are close to establishing a relationship in a place in Machakos, and we also want to do another one in a place in Western. So the future of Lishe is to have different set-right farms and a big network of farmers that can be able to form a cooperative, such that if we are growing mint and we are requested to bring tons of mint for export, one farmer cannot be able. Co-farmers, we can be able to combine all the product and have one bargaining power and be able to sell. So the future is to have a great network of farmers linked to bigger markets and have set-right farms where we can multiply the organic farmers. Anybody can venture into agriculture, and I would say, let's not say anybody, but somebody can venture into agriculture, because it's a profession. It requires technical knowledge and it requires passion. If you combine the technical knowledge and the passion, then you can venture into agriculture. Then you must sit under somebody who has been in it, or you can search and find the crops or the livestock that you want to specialize in. And I always encourage any new farmer, don't just read and go into it. Confirm with actual practicing farmers, because there are small dynamics that fail many of the starters. And if you don't break through those small challenges, then you'll be starting and restarting or get despair. So it's good to get mentorship by relating with other farmers. And then number two, you must not have a big farm. Behind you is the pyramid garden or the vertical gardens, where you can grow crops like strawberry and vegetables and herbs, even if you don't have a farm, a big farm. 50 by 100 is good business farm for anybody who wants to start.
Kuwa na mche mzuri, kipande cha ardhi, mkulima anashauriwa kutafuta mtaalam na habari wakati anapotaka kuingia kwenye kilimo.
We have two types of training. We have 2 days training. That is for managers, like somebody interested to have a farm but is not practicing every day. You need to supervise, like a homeowner, for example, or a farm owner. And then we also have 2 days for gardeners, if you have a small kitchen garden. And we have now the 3 months training for students who have graduated in general agriculture and they want to go organic farming and they want to become business people in organic farming. So we have clients who have already taken part of our trainees, and therefore they are in business now. So that's why I'm saying the relationship with our clients is very good. So there are those with long term. There are also those clients of taking the products. They come for the vegetable and herbs every week from the farm. There are some we deliver. And then there are those we offer long term, like 2 years, 3 years consultancy in their commercial farms. So I would say up to now we feel like, since the ones we started with are still working with us, it means they are happy with our services. And we are also very happy to see our network growing.
Changamoto kwa wakulima kuchagua aina ya mbegu ambazo zinaweza nawiri katika mashamba yao yaliyo sehemu tofauti tofauti nchini.
The seeds, we buy organic seeds. There are shops that are selling organic seeds. There are shops that are selling organic pesticides. So we actually depend on those that are certified. But also there are some crops that we keep and reproduce. We make them mature and produce their own seeds. And these are seeds that when we buy, most of the times we find you go back to the market and you don't find the seed. So instead of that, then we regrow it. One challenge is that there are some seeds that degenerate, so the quality goes down. But you can also maintain the quality by ensuring the soil is rich enough and you control the pest, therefore you can continue producing good seed. Then from the seed that we produce here, we do selection. Only we isolate the best seeds, the biggest and the most healthy are the ones we return to the farm or are the ones we sell to our clients. But the ones which are not good, we make food for the chicken or we eat them, and that is the end of them.
Kufikia hapo mtazamaji, tumefika mwisho wa kipindi cha leo Boresha Kilimo. Inaashiria basi mwanzo wa kipindi kijacho Jumamosi ijayo saa 6:30. Nimekuwa na hodha wako Laban Shaban. Wasalam.